Now, are you guys ready for my very last review for Paramount Month, which is a movie that came out in the 80s. It is from Matthew, the actor that he was in Lion King, B-Movie, and last but not least, A Tale of the Disparu, which that is the only movie that he was in, which is really bad. And not just that, he was in No Hard Feeling, which he was awful in that movie. God awful. But let's get back to the serious note. Now get ready for my redo review, which is right now you're watching, which I will be doing a movie review to one of the most funniest comedy movie of the 80s, which is none other than Ferris Bueller Day Off. Let's get started, shall we? Oh yeah, oh yeah, time for day off, boy. Woo-wee. Hello, fellas. What the search? My name is Nick Hicks to your lounge here. And enough further ado, let's begin. Today, I'm about to do my very last movie review for Paramount Month. And Jack Storm, or Jack 21 Storm, whatever you call you, I would definitely do your request on my Halloween review because the Addams Family is a Halloween character. So, I'm just going to save that for my Halloween review. So, don't worry, your request is going to be requested, but it's going to be on October. So, it's for the best. So, today, I'm about to do a very last review for Paramount Month, which is none other than Ferris Bueller Day Off, and came out the year of 1986. And this movie came out on June 11. So, I think the anniversary is coming up. So, let's get started before my dog's barking one more time. Here we go. So, yeah, I'm a huge fan of this movie because I've been watching this film since 2023 because back then I have never heard and I have never seen this film before. But not until I got the film on DVD, honestly. Which, this film is from the same director who sadly passed away. I'm not kidding. Let's check it out. So you already know that John is a wonderful director, and he was born in 1950s on February 18, and he sadly passed away back in August 6, 2009. And you already know that 2009 was a very, very rough year for us. And not until we got 2020, which is even worse than 2009, for God's sakes. But anyway, so let me see the Breakfast Club, and let me see he's from the same director. Yep, he's from the same director. Okay, what about this movie we're talking about? Yep, it's from the same director. Okay, what about Home Alone? Yeah, let me see Home Alone. Oh, wait, he's not, wait, so he did not direct Home Alone. Alright, what about this one? Yep. So I gotta say, it's from the same director who brought you The Breakfast Club, Bueller Day Off, 16 Candles. Oh, wait a minute. It's from the same directors. Let me see. Yep. Yes, it is. And I'm pretty darn sure Pretty in Pink and Uncle Buck, well, it's from the same director of John. And I gotta say, he may rest in peace. He was a wonderful filmmaker and film producer. And now he's in heaven right now, hanging out with the director who brought you A Clockwork Orange, and last not least, 2001: A Space Odyssey and The Shining. So let's get back to the movies. So actually, before I get to my opinion on this movie, let's talk about how this film performed on Rotten Tomato and IMDb in the box office, like we always do in this lounge. And if you call it cheap and lazy, I gotta say, you guys act right out. Now cut it out. So when this film came out on June 11, 1986, this film was a golden phenomenon. This film got a 83% on Rotten Tomato for the critic, and then this film got a 92% for the audience. How on earth that a audience score got way more higher than the critic itself? Like, it shows they are too critical about classic film these days. And I gotta say, at least it's way better than that god-awful Rotten Tomato rating for The Little Rascal, which The Little Rascal is not a bad film. If you want to see a way worse Little Rascal movie, Rotten Tomato, just go watch the freaking sequel that came out in 2014. A 2014 guy got it. But I gotta say, this film, this film well deserved, and this film has become a iconic classic. And honestly, and when this film got released and theater near you, and when the IMDb score came, I gotta say, but this film did pretty awesome. It got a 7.8 out of 10, which is not bad at all. And of course, this film got a 61 on Megascore. And does this film perform at the box office? Well, absolutely. Fuzzle Day Off was a box office hit, grossing over $70 million domestically, and the budget was around $5.8 million, which that is a pretty awesome budget. And this had become one of the 10th highest grossing film of 1986 in the United States, which that is pretty awesome, I gotta say. And last not least, this film got a nomination at the Golden Globe for nomination for Best Performance by an Actor in a Motion Picture, Comedy, or Musical. And I gotta say, Matthew got a nomination, which is well deserved, honestly. And honestly, and I can't give the fact that this film have a how you call it, like a crossover or comeback? You know what? Let's call it comeback. Honestly, back in 2012, back in 13 years ago, there was a TV commercial of Honda, and guess what movie was playing? That's right. It was a Fuzzle Day Off. When I saw that when I was a teenager, and I was like, man, doing some comeback on the nostalgia, I see. But like I said, this might be even better, just like the Home Alone Google commercial, which I'm a huge fan of commercial that has some movie stars trying to be like the iconic classic. Yeah, I gotta say, at least this commercial is way better as a comeback more than Indiana Jones 5. And honestly, no offense to Harrison Ford, but the main reason why Indiana Jones 5 was the worst piece of garbage is because the one female completely ruined the movie. Yeah, please don't tell me that film was a freaking Mary Sue, and at this point, Indiana Jones is a freaking Mary Sue, not for Harrison Ford. But anyway, so what do I think about Day Off? I gotta say, this film was fantastic. Now, this is how you do a great comedy film. But I gotta say, this has got to be one of my favorite movies of 1986. And yes, it's even better than most of the film that came out in 1986, which I have no idea what film that came out in 1986, but the only film I mentioned, which is another than this film right here. But I gotta say, this has got to be one of my top 10 favorite comedy film of all time, because this film is a iconic masterpiece to start to finish. And do I have any flaws about this film? Not, well, actually, I have a little tiny flaws, which is that in the first half, like the pacing in the first half can be very slow, honestly, especially for the critic. The opening critic, and last night you have a teacher teaching, honestly, and that scene just took forever, and I was like, oh my gosh, get to the scene of Fuzzle. We're watching the Day Off movie, not a school movie, honestly. But honestly, that's the tiny flaws I have it. But overall, this film is a 10 out of 10, awesome, and I'll get to that, my rating in a minute. I already told you my rating is, but honestly, you have to wait until I get the whole way to the rating. But I gotta say, the story is absolutely amazing. I really love the concept that Fuzzle is having a day off. And honestly, I honestly don't like it when he was faking sick, honestly. Like, one lesson is, people, don't fake sick. Because if you fake sick, the villain will come and get ya. Because he's the dean of the students. He's the main antagonist in this movie. And I'll get to his character in a minute because I absolutely like that character. So, yeah. And yeah, sure, he could be mean-spirited, but in a good way. At least it's way better than most of the mean-spirited characters that we got these days. Like Barney, Maddie, Mindy. Oh, my God. Anyway, so once again, even I kind of don't like the concept that Fuzzle is faking sick and having the day off. Oh, come on now. Just because you're having the day off, that doesn't mean you have audacity to fake sick, honestly. But like I said, overall, I love the story, and the story is absolutely amazing. But honestly, you don't have to be there just a story. You have to be there for a comedy. And like I said, the humor is a very funny humor. Especially for the one scene when that car was flying down. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for that car. But one of my favorite scenes in the film, and one of my top 10 favorite scenes of all time, which is none than the parade scene. The scene when Footers was singing. I have no idea what song they sang. Wait a minute. What's that song they sang in that movie? Hold on a minute. I'm trying to find the song here. Oh, that song. From the Beatles. Not bad at all. Not bad. Yeah, he was singing Twist and Shout. Oh, like this. Twist and Shout. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, the parade scene has got to be one of my favorite scenes in the film and one of my favorite scenes of the 1980s decades. Because that scene was very amazing, especially for all the male and female dancing along, and of course you got Footers was singing the song, and I was tuning in. Honestly, when I saw that scene, I was getting up in my chair and dancing along with it. And like I said, I might use that as a dance editor in my Instagram later on. Yeah, the main reason why I want to do this review early is because of the fact that at 6 or 7, I will be doing my very first episode of my off topic. And after that, tomorrow, I will be doing my episode 2 of Nick Hicks and His Buddy. So, let me know in the comment what DVD you want me to get tomorrow. So, maybe we'll see. So, yeah. So, doing to me to take away buying DVD these days, but hey. What it is, you know. Anyway, let's get back to the movies. But anyway, I love the parade scene. The parade scene has got to be one of my favorite parts of the movie. And that scene just makes me want to dance along with it. And I'm really hoping this film will get a re-release. Because honestly, I part of this film might get a re-release in theaters. Because we're going to be in 2026 next year. And this film might turn... Hold on a minute, guys. So, how old is this film anyway? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to find the typing here. So this film came out in 1986, right? So let me see how old this film is. It's almost 40 years? Holy crap. Oh my goodness. I did not expect that. Next year it's going to be 40 years since this movie came out. Man, I'm getting old these days. So, yeah. Anyway, and the characters... I love every single character in this film. For this this has got to be one of my second favorite performers by Matthew. Because my favorite performance by Matthew was not in him as Simba from The Lion King. No, not a cash grab king. That doesn't count. Because he was not in that movie. No, I'm not talking about the character. Yeah, the actor from the original... He was not in the 2019 Lion King. That's why that film sucked. Major lion crap. But anyway, and the villain in the movie, which is this guy right here. Oh, honestly, let me go to the picture real quick. There we go. Yeah, this villain is absolutely hilarious. And yes, I understand that he was trying his best to get Footers back to school because he's a dean. And I gotta say, don't ever mess with the dean. And I swear to God, if you mess with the dean, he will definitely give you guys attention. And you already know you should not mess with this guy. You should not mess with that guy. And I gotta say, that would be me sending Alex to the deans. And I gotta say, he will deserve it because you already know the Alex the pinhead. But anyway. I gotta say, but this has got to be one of my favorite villains of the 1980s. He was not my favorite character in this movie. He's my second favorite. My favorite character in this movie which is none other than this girl right here. She is absolutely beautiful. She is such a beauty, and she might be one of my favorite female character crush of the 1980s because she is very gorgeous and honestly, and she is a very amazing character to be a girlfriend of Ferris Bueller. And like I said, to go to skip school with Ferris and Cambrian. And like I said, Cambrian is a very hilarious character, I meant to say. So yeah, and of course you got Ferris, mother and fathers. Like I said, they're all great characters. And the teacher, and yeah, sure, even the first half was kind of slow, honestly. And that's a tiny bit problem I have it. But overall, this film have no flaws at all. So yeah. And of course, the climax, which is that the dean is trying his best to get Ferris back to school, and he always fail every single time. Like, what the heck am I watching? Am I watching Ferris Day Off, or am I watching Home Alone? Because the villain in the film always have mud in his shoes. This kind of reminds me of the booby trap from the Home Alone movies. Yeah, the sequel did not count. So yeah, the only sequel I like from Home Alone movie, which is another than 1 and 2. That's it. But 3 and 4 and 5 and Home Sweet Home Alone can go fuck themselves. And the ending is very amazing. And of course, you got a like a mid-credit scene. When Ferris said to us, it said the movie's over. Go home. I gotta said, Deadpool did exactly the same. Deadpool did exactly the same. If you don't believe me, here. Yeah, even Deadpool did the same thing. And like I said, I might do the same thing, but this time in my Kim Possible movie 4 of the Battle of the Manhattan. And I'll be announcing that on May 30th on the Nickix Con. So I gotta say, but so many references from Deadpool, The Office, they do a lot of reference to Ferris Day Off. But instead of using the same line just like in the movie, Deadpool used his own line, and that was very creative. I mean, what if Kim Possible would do that? That would be pretty dope. That would be pretty amazing. Yeah, actually, that has got to be one of the best way to end the film for the 80s film. So overall, guys, Ferris Day Off, this has got to be one of the most funniest comedy film of 1986. And I'm very sorry that one part that I was in that random website, so I might cut that part out before I get trouble. So I gotta say, but this film is a iconic masterpiece. This film is a timeless classic to start to finish. The story was really original. The character is really well written. And the villain, now this is how you do a villain in a comedy film. Not that god-awful villain for Bad Mom. Like, really? Who knows? I might want to see something like that. I might do a rant of that for the anniversary next show. So maybe we'll see. Won't be this show, but it might be next show. Or I can change my mind. And of course, the soundtrack is fire, especially for that one song which I sang in the beginning. Go like this, do 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 do. Oh yeah, oh man, Alex, you better freaking not ruin that, or else that would be just as bad as much that you ruin a Kim Possible theme song. Honestly, do you remember when I said that I'm gonna do a reaction flash rant on this review on Kim Possible? Yeah, honestly, actually, if I do that, Alex would definitely bully me. So yeah, actually, how about we cancel my reaction flash rant on Alex's video because he is such a man baby. And you know what? The only YouTuber who's going to do that, which is another John Wick fan. John Wick fan, you're good, but for me, not so much. So you guys, so I'm gonna give this masterpiece a iconic, timeless classic, a 10 out of 10, epic, brilliant masterpiece. And this film is well-deserved a final Paramount Movie Month, a seal of Nickix Studio Lounge. Awesomeness! Oh yeah! So fellas, that was my movie review on Ferris Day Off. Well guys, this is it. This is the final time we are going to do this review for Paramount Month until next show. I was originally going to do that on May 31st, like we always do in this lounge. But due to I will be doing live stream on that day, so that's why I decided that I might end the Power month because I'm going to get to it for my movie review on Captain America: Brave New World. So probably that will be my next review. I heard this film got mediocre review. But honestly, you know what Starboy said? Can't judge it based on the cover. Oh, wait a second. That's James Bosworth saying, God, go on it. Anyway, so you already know what Starboy said. Can't judge it because you haven't seen it. So let's hope this film might be surprising. But maybe I have to agree with Jesse that this film is a very disappointing, very underwhelming way to open up Sam Wilson Captain America movie. And even I think this film, even I'm going to think this film is really disappointing because this film is out on Disney Plus. But honestly, I will go ahead and buy this film on DVD for the sake of it. So I might buy a DVD of it, or I could just buy the Blu-ray of it. Which honestly, I'm planning to gonna get a 4K, but it costs $30. So I have no choice to get the actual Blu-ray. Yeah, that is really chopping lazy, am I right? So stay tuned for my movie review on Captain America: Brave New World. And I have no idea what my next review afterward, I don't know, my movie rant, or movie review on Disney Snow White, or even my movie review on a Minecraft movies, or even my movie rant on Hurry Up Tomorrow, which, my God, that review is absolutely terrible, man. And I might do a biggest rant on Friday Risk, oh my God. Anyway, so this is Nick Hicks Studio Lounge signing off, and Matthew, you did a wonderful job in this film, and I cannot believe this film is about to turn 40 years old next year. And this film is about to turn 39 years. So it's going to be 39 years since this movie came out, and next year, it's going to be 40. Yeah, it's going to be 40 years. Gotta stop aging these days. So, this Power Month is signing off, and I'll see you guys in my next review for Power Month until on May 1st, 2026. But right now, we are about to do a movie review on the one Captain America movie. It got a mixed review. It was a major flop at the box office. And yeah, we have to blame on the MCU hater. Oh my God, I cannot stand the MCU haters. So stay tuned for my movie review on Captain America: Brave New World, which that review will be coming out on on June 1st. So stay tuned for that, and you guys have a wonderful day. And one lesson is, don't fake sick. Don't fake sick, folks. And this is it. Now, goodbye.